There is a stench of hypocrisy, arrogance, and corruption hanging over Downing Street. What's coming next is one of the most explosive political stories Britain has seen in years. Keir Starmer, leader of the Labour Party, is now caught in an unprecedented political storm that threatens not only his personal career, but the very foundations of the party he leads. From shocking revelations to the growing possibility of his resignation, this developing story exposes the deepest crisis of modern British politics. The Labour Party's largest donation has emerged from a Cayman Islands registered hedge fund with shares in fossil fuels, arms manufacturers, and private healthcare. They took £4 million from a hedge fund that invests in everything they claim to hate, basically from a tax haven. To change Britain, we must change ourselves. We need to clean up politics. No more VIP fast lanes, no more kickbacks for colleagues, no more revolving doors between government and the companies they regulate. I will restore standards in public life with a total crackdown on cronyism. These were Starmer's own words, yet here we are witnessing the complete opposite. British politics is no stranger to scandal, but the latest shockwave surrounding Keir Starmer is nothing short of extraordinary. Once hailed as the great hope of the left, Starmer is now battling the most serious political threat of his career. A live television broadcast exposed a barrage of serious allegations, sending shockwaves through Westminster. Can you imagine the outrage from Labour if the Tories had done exactly the same thing? Starmer has accepted £107,000 in freebies from the likes of Lord Wahid Ali. The hypocrisy is staggering. If you're finding this analysis valuable, make sure to subscribe because we're diving deep into the political stories that matter most. It all unfolded during a live panel discussion where journalists and political analysts gathered to debate. The atmosphere shifted dramatically when an investigative journalist suddenly revealed documents alleging serious financial misconduct by Keir Starmer, leaving the entire panel visibly stunned. Here's a shocking number: just 17% of the public think this Labour government is doing a good job. The Prime Minister's personal poll ratings have fallen to -30. That makes Prince Andrew look like a national hero. The allegations, accompanied by recently leaked documents, suggest Starmer may have been involved in undeclared financial arrangements during his tenure as Director of Public Prosecutions. These dealings are suspected to have linked him to highly influential individuals whose private interests may have clashed with the public duties Starmer was meant to uphold. Within minutes, social media exploded. Hashtags like Starmergate and Labour crisis began trending, spreading like wildfire. Anger, confusion, and disbelief filled the digital space. Some demanded Starmer's immediate resignation, while others called for an independent investigation. Starmer responded swiftly with a hastily arranged press conference, flatly denying all allegations and dismissing them as baseless political smears. But the storm had already exposed deep fractures within the Labour Party. His allies urged unity while discontented members saw this as the perfect moment to push for leadership change. At the grassroots level, disappointment was palpable. Many members felt betrayed, having once placed their hopes in Starmer to lead the party into a new era. Instead, they now find themselves amid a crisis no one anticipated. For the Conservatives, it was nothing short of a lifeline. They wasted no time seizing the moment, using the scandal to deflect attention from their own internal divisions. Meanwhile, smaller parties like the Liberal Democrats and Greens sensed opportunity. What does this mean for voters? At a time when Britain is reeling from economic stagnation and growing social unease, this scandal has only deepened mistrust. Confidence in the political system, already fragile, is now on even shakier ground. All eyes are fixed on Starmer's next move. How he handles this crisis will be the true test of his leadership. Analysts suggest his response will either salvage his political standing or serve as the final blow that topples him. This scandal strikes at the very heart of Labour's identity, raising uncomfortable questions about the direction it's heading. For decades, Labour prided itself on being the voice of the working class, but mounting allegations of corruption are making many question whether the party still speaks for them. Recent polling shows Labour support plummeting dramatically. 62% of respondents believe Keir Starmer should step down, while only 28% think he should remain. The collapsing confidence is most pronounced among younger voters, traditionally Labour's loyal base. Whatever the outcome, this crisis's impact on Labour will be felt for years. Recovery will require serious reflection and sweeping reform, addressing the systemic vulnerabilities that allowed such a crisis to take root. This scandal is more than a passing storm. It's a clear sign that Britain is grappling with fundamental questions about trust, integrity, and how democracy should function. The whole country and the world is watching,